And joining us here on India Today Live is Mr. Rajeev Chandrashekhar, Member of Parliament. Mr. Chandrashekhar, good evening. Siddaramaiah, the Karnataka Chief Minister, has said that when they hit the streets of the national capital tomorrow, it's a fight for the people of Karnataka. It's a fight for Kannadigas, which is why he's urged all members of Parliament, cutting across political lines, to join his protest. Will you be there tomorrow, sir?
I think Mr. Siddaramaiah and Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, the duo who's running the Karnataka economy to the ground, are playing an interesting game, but a game that the people of Karnataka and all Kannadigas know very well of what this is about. This is a duo that came to government in Karnataka, and I predicted then that they would soon trash the Karnataka economy and come crying to the center for a bailout. And this is exactly what is happening. They have, in a sense, ruined the Karnataka economy. They have now, to distract the people of Karnataka from the fact that they cannot fulfill their guarantees on the basis of which they came to power in Karnataka, that they gained the electoral success in Karnataka. They are certainly creating this new narrative to try and distract people away. What they are not saying today, and there is a legitimate ground to protest, is the unprecedented corruption and the evidence is there for people to see. The amount of money that is being seized from contractors who were close to them, the amount of farmers that are today being forced to commit suicide, the power tariffs for farmers and the lack of availability of power for farmers, and the general sense that there is no development in the state, admittedly by the Deputy Chief Minister himself, that there is no way that the state can have any development. So I think it is to distract away from all this. Yeah. To distract away from all this that Mr. Siddaramaiah has brought this circus into Delhi.
Let me also give you some numbers. You're blaming it on freebie politics, sir, but here's what the Chief Minister says. He says that Karnataka's share in central taxes...
I'm not blaming... No, one second. Akshita. Yeah. Akshita, I'm not blaming it on any freebie politics. Okay. I never used that phrase. So I'm saying very clearly what I said, that they have essentially run the economy to the ground. They have let loose a corruption culture that is unprecedented in the history of Karnataka. Okay. And they're obviously feeding the money to these contractors. So there is no money for development. So obviously he has to make this sort of a circus of saying that he has to blame somebody for the lack of development. And by the way, I am not saying there's no development. His own Deputy Chief Minister is telling his MLAs, we don't have money for development. And how come, if there is no money for development, there are all these contractors with hundreds and thousands of crores falling out of the cupboards?
No, but
so
let me also...
There is money. Unfortunately, the money is going to the Congress government, Congress party, and not for development. Yeah,
Let me just give you the stats that Siddaramaiah has said here to pin the blame on the central government. He says that Karnataka's share in central taxes has come down to 3.64% under the 15th Finance Commission. So according to him, Karnataka has lost about 1.87 lakh crores.
Look, Akshita, yesterday this lie of discrimination was brought into the House by the Congress leader of opposition, Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury, and our finance minister, Nirmala Sitharaman ji, totally demolished that lie. And told him why, chapter and verse, read out chapter and verse to him, how the government of India is not in the business of discrimination, how the government of India has to follow what the Finance Commission has laid down, how the government of India distributes money collected from GST according to the GST law. What is the contention that Siddaramaiah is making? Is he saying that the government of India must take money away from some other state and give it to him to feed his crony corrupt contractors? Is that the case he is making? It is not possible. Does he want some other poverty scheme for the poor of this country to be reduced and the money handed over to him and D.K. Shivkumar so that they can distribute it to their cronies? That is unfortunately not possible. However much they want to make this happen, however much they want a gravy train, however much they want somebody to bail them out of their profligate spending and corruption, it is frankly not possible. And you know one thing, Akshita, you must understand. This is the same Congress party. For 50 years they ran a freight equalization policy that discriminated against North Indian states. that caused all the investments to go to the South India. The Congress party, of which Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar today are members, and they caused this disparity between the South and the North. And they want to now say, no, government of India should take away money from other states in the North and give it to these two people to do what they want. Certainly that is not the way the constitution works. That is not the way the government of India works. That is not the way the Finance Commission has envisaged distribution of taxes and distribution of resources. And I mean, I'm not able to understand what Siddaramaiah wants. He's saying cut down the budget for defense, cut down the budget for all of our other central needs and give it to him and DK Shivkumar to do what they want.
No, so
that is not the way government works. That is not the way the federal democracy works.
You know, he is saying essentially that it's the other way around now, that northern states are getting what Karnataka should be getting. And he's essentially, if you look at these numbers, for example, Uttar Pradesh is estimated to receive about 2,18,000 crores this fiscal. That's about 26,000 crores more than the allocation of all 5 southern states put together. And this is why you've not just got Karnataka, Mr. Chandrashekhar, Tamil Nadu is raising the same thing, Kerala is raising the same thing, and they're all going to protest in Delhi.
Yeah, so, I mean, they should have spoken up when the Finance Commission, 15th Finance Commission was doing consultation. Why is this belated wisdom dawning? This never happened during the UPA government. So this is a red herring meant to distract away from essentially mismanagement, economic mismanagement. Imagine Karnataka today having to stand in the same pedestal as the communist government of Kerala, a government that has attracted no investment, the government that relies completely on remittances from the Middle East. This is the level at which Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar have taken Karnataka down. So the issue is being asked yesterday by Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury in Parliament, and I would draw your attention to the answer by the Honourable Finance Minister. There are specific provisions on how the distribution of taxes, direct taxes is done, that is laid down by the Finance Commission. The 15th Finance Commission has laid down the criteria. The Government of India sticks completely to the 15th Finance Commission, the way of distributing taxes. In terms of GST and indirect taxation, it is the GST law that prescribes it. I mean, it is not like these people don't know what the procedures are, what the law is. They know fully well. But because they want to distract away the people from their inept management of the economy and their inability today to meet the guarantees, to fulfill the guarantees, they have taken recourse to this. They think it is smart politics, but the people of Karnataka certainly know what the truth is.
The primary objection of all of these states, and largely opposition-ruled states, Mr. Rajiv Chandrashekhar, not just limited to Karnataka, but several other states who have also spoken up about this, is that there's a lack of fiscal federalism, that the centre is making states dependent on them for funds.
No, I mean, either, Akshita, you're not understanding what the finance minister said yesterday, or you're not understanding what I'm saying. That there is no discretion available to the government of India. This is the 15th Finance Commission that determines how taxes are distributed from the center to the state. Yeah. And the GST law prescribes how the GST indirect taxes are distributed. Now, if there was no problem in the Karnataka government, in the Karnataka economy till the Congress took over, I didn't hear the Chief Minister prior to that complaining that they were being discriminated. Suddenly, and by the way, this is despite the fact that during the UPA, the total amount of money that went to Karnataka was 81,795, and during the NDA, the last 10 years, the amount was almost quadrupled to 2,90,000 crores to Karnataka, higher by almost 300%. This is the extent of the devolution of funds prescribed as per the norms of the Finance Commission and under the GST law to the government of Karnataka.
Sure.
There was no complaint before 2023.
No, but Mr. Chandrashekhar, just one quick point on that. Yes, you're right in saying that, this is the Finance Commission's mission essentially that the government is following, and the Chief Minister has also highlighted that. But he's also spoken about another thing, sir, which is that the Finance Commission had made recommendations about special grants to Karnataka, but that hasn't been followed.
Look, I mean, this is not, look, there is a finite amount of resources in the government of India. If Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar today suddenly believe, because of the inept management of the Karnataka economy, they want a bailout, it is going to be at the expense of some other state. I mean, I think you will clearly understand there is a finite amount of resources. What is the point that Siddaramaiah is making? That should we cut the resources to Tamil Nadu and give it to Karnataka? Or is he particularly interested in cutting resources to a BJP state and giving it to him? This is beyond the realm of ridiculousness. When there is a finance commission framework for sharing taxes, direct taxes, and when there is a GST framework for sharing indirect taxes, and Karnataka has had a buoyant economy till the Congress stepped in 2023. What is the justification for a special grant? I mean, so this is, I repeat to you with great respect, this is nothing but a charade and a play to distract some people, and I don't think anybody is getting distracted, excepting a few Congress MLAs, from the inability of the Congress government under Siddaramaiah DK Shivkumar to fulfill their guarantees, and because they are diverting all their money to their friendly group of contractors. This is an elaborate little circus that they have brought to Delhi. It will be 2 days of celebration for them, for all of their MLAs in 5-star hotels, and they'll certainly go back in some chartered aircraft, as they did in the last time, and they will go back to business as usual. So this is essentially what it is. This is not about federalism. I mean, these are all fancy words being used by people who are essentially running economies to the ground, looting as if there is nobody accountable for public money, and they are using words like federalism and discrimination just to cover up what they are doing.
Okay, so you're calling it all a mere excuse. Mr. Rajeev Chandrashekhar, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today, sir.